Hi, I'm Brianna Urita, and in this presentation for Enacting my Manifesto, I will be discussing the main ideas and inspirations for my artist manifesto. The three main ideas of my artist manifesto are that 1, art should be accessible, 2, art should provoke thought and never spoon feed, and 3, art should be used for healing and change. Art should be accessible. Art has catered to the elite and wealthy for a very long time, and this has went on to haunt the masses. Only those with the means and funds can pay to see and learn about art regularly. Thus, poor and minority communities are deprived of the beauty of art, and then this creates a very painful divide within society. Therefore, art should be cheap, affordable, and accessible to all individuals. Art should not be elitist because art is for everyone. Artists should devote themselves to the beauty of art and its impact on society rather than monetary gain. Art should provoke thought, never spoon feed. Art has this reputation of pretension and false awareness. It tends to spoon feed people with their already preconceived notions or very widely accepted concepts. Therefore, especially in times like these, it is the duty of artists to produce art that forces audiences to think. There needs to be a break from the Western traditions of art and our modern obsession with money. Consequently, this break needs to be influenced through art that mirrors and questions the human condition and human society. Art needs to be an experience, and it shouldn't always be comfortable for people. Art should be used for healing and change. Art has this wonderful ability to evoke a wide range of emotions and often creates a lot of conversation and discussion. It makes people feel and forces them to look within themselves and deal with their own inner struggles. It can also make people smile and laugh in the most chaotic and uncertain times. Therefore, art should be utilized for healing. Artists must continue to create art when the world around them is uncertain, because art keeps hope alive. Art also has the power to influence change. It can start social movements and influence a desire for progression and growth. So, art should push to make an impact and contribution to society. Now, my inspirations for my artist manifesto were Bread and Puppet Theater and their idea of cheap art, and Antonin Artaud and his concept of the theater of cruelty. Bread and Puppet Theater began in the 1960s and was founded by Peter Schumann, a dancer, sculptor, and baker. This theater puts on shows that utilize gigantic papier-mâché puppets and discusses a lot of social and political commentary. Also, the audience is fed sourdough bread as they enjoy these productions, which encapsulates Bread and Puppet Theater's idea that, like bread, art is essential to sustaining life. Lastly, Schumann and his company live by the concept of cheap art. Now, this concept is the idea that because art is so essential to life, it should be cheap and accessible to all people, no matter their religion, race, gender, or status. Why Bread and Puppet Theater? I first discovered Bread and Puppet Theater last year and was very much inspired by their idea of cheap art because I, like many others, have grown up and noticed the very apparent elitism of art. Whenever I've walked into theater productions or art exhibits, I've noticed that the majority of the audience is wealthy and white. And I believe this is largely due to how expensive it is to see and partake in art. Therefore, I believe art should be cheap and affordable, and this would then allow low-income and minority communities to enjoy art as well. By making art affordable, everyone is given the opportunity to benefit from the mental, emotional, and intellectual payoff of art. Artaud and the Theater of Cruelty. Antonin Artaud was a French dramatist, poet, actor, and director that stands as a very important figure in 20th century theater and the European avant-garde. He's most known for his concept of the theater of cruelty, and this emphasizes a break from traditional Western theater and destroying the world's false sense of reality. It does this through an all-out attack on the audience's senses, through gruesome imagery and very extreme scenic design. However, cruelty doesn't only mean physical violence, but rather the consistent accumulation of frustration by mankind. Lastly, why Artaud? I was inspired by this desire to question the world's false sense of reality. Though I personally would take a less gruesome approach, I promote and very much love art that can make people uncomfortable and make individuals analyze why they feel the way that they feel. I want my art and art in general to truly make people think for themselves and look within themselves. I want audiences to be active participants rather than simply passive. I want people to think, and I don't want to just spoon feed things that individuals already believe. Subsequently, I feel that the best way to do this is through attacking the senses, and those senses being sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Now that concludes my presentation, and I really hope you enjoyed. Bye!